Hello, guys. After a long time, this is your host Ram. Once again, back on the Cricket Happening show here. I know I'm looking a bit rough here, but definitely just wanting to just come and check. I know I'm coming out after a pretty long time, probably a real hiatus, one could call. And here I am today, and well, I had the pleasure to be on YouTube once again. Today, I'm going to speak about the match that India played today. Oh, what a match! And the match that India played today, well, just it was just carnage out there at Guwahati in the stadium there, where India absolutely ran riots over New Zealand by winning the match by 8 wickets. Now, this is the dominance. We have been seeing that this has been done by India in the previous T20 match as well. Ishan Kishan making a big difference and taking the game away from New Zealand. Today, Ishan Kishan definitely played a cameo, but it was Abhishek Sharma, making room for himself, hitting those sixes. It was just unstoppable batting from the Indians. And I could remember only one thing: the Calypso charmers from the West Indies, when they used to really ran riot over the other teams, pulling off victories in a lesser number of overs. And that's what I could really recollect when I was actually looking at it. Oh, the way they played, this was simply something breathtaking, I would say, because no bowler was spared if you look at it. New Zealand, they didn't do any justice to themselves. They just made 153 for 9, which was never, ever going to be a challenging target for India in these conditions. And well, Surya Kumar Yadav, the Indian captain, won the toss and decided that he will insert the Kiwis first to bat. And the Kiwis could muster only 153 for 9. Glenn Phillips, who has been in pretty good form in this particular tournament, he has been doing a good job. So that's a good feeling for him with the T20 World Cup coming up. So Glenn Phillips had a good hand, 48 of 40 deliveries, 6 fours and 1 6. And then Mark Chapman chipped in with 32 of 23 with 2 4s and 2 6s. Other than that, they were really rattled on early on with 3 wickets going pretty quickly. Harshit Rana, Bumrah, and Pandya picking up one apiece. And after that, it was Ravi Bishnoi coming into the mix and dismissing the batsman, and Bumrah too joined in the fun, and only Mitchell Santner with some bit of hitting, one could call, with 27 of 17 and 153 for 9, as I said, was never ever going to be a challenging score for New Zealand, for India. And look at the way the Indians batted. Yes, the Kiwis got off to a very good start. The very first ball, we saw Sanju Samson's stumps absolutely disturbed by Matt Henry with a delivery, which actually, if you really look very closely at it, there was like it was very well done by Henry. If you look at the bowling action and the way he actually released the ball, a bit slower, like an off break, one could call. And that's what really cannoned into the Sanju Samson stumps. And after that, what New Zealand would have thought, oh, they have got the early breakthrough, and now it's up to just get through this Indian lineup and see what they can do defending such a low score. But it was not to be. It was Abhishek Sharma all the way. Look at the bowling figures of the Kiwi bowlers. Now, these are the bowlers who are definitely being be on duty in the World Cup as well. Matt Henry, 2 overs, 1 for 28. Jacob Duffy, 2 overs, none for 38. Kyle Jamieson, 1 over, none for 17. East Sodhi, spin 1 for 28. Mitchell Santner, 2 overs, none for 28. And Glenn Phillips, none for 16. But look what Indians have been doing. The other day, Ishan Kishan did it. The India completed the game in the 15th over itself. And here we see what India has once again done. They have wiped off 153 in just 10 overs flat. And if you look at it, as I said, it was absolute carnage at the Guwahati Stadium today. Abhishek Sharma and Ishan Kishan joining. Ishan Kishan, well, no sighters. The very first ball he received, he deposited Matt Henry into the stands, and then Matt Henry probably thought his next delivery would be much better. Absolutely riled up, bowled a bouncer, and Abhishek, and once again Ishan Kishan sent it down into the crowd. And then Ishan Kishan, as I said, 28 of 13, three fours and two sixes. Abhishek Sharma was totally unstoppable. I mean, he collected his second fastest 50. I mean, he bettered his own record. He had a 50 of 17 balls and he went three balls better. In 14 balls, he collected a 50. And what a knock that was from Abhishek Sharma. And Abhishek Sharma, 68 not out of 20 balls. There, when the winning hit was hit, he was there at the center, 68 of 20 deliveries, seven fours and five sixes. I can tell you one thing, this boy is going to be the toast of the World Cup. No doubt about it, because he has so much of, a tall guy, long livers, hits the ball well, has a great eye. I mean, even if he moves down the crease or side of the crease, he has so much leverage and he's able to do anything with the ball. He's able to really manipulate the ball in all directions. And that is a sort of a great feature. And for India, that's a great feeling having Abhishek in its ranks. And he has been a total revelation. And so, definitely, as I said, no bowler could really stop him. I mean, you ball him on the offside, he hits you for boundaries. You ball on the leg side, he can still do it for you. And as I said, he is someone who is very special for India now. And look at this team. It's looking like pure dynamite right now. Look at that bowling, but at the batting lineup. I mean, Surya Kumar Yadav, who has been out of form, just hit form in the last match, and today came in with all guns blazing. He came and he slammed 57 unbeaten runs of 26 deliveries, six fours and three sixes. And from 53 for two, it was a 102 run partnership, which came in 7 overs. And that was simply some brilliant hitting by both the batsmen, and it was all over. And well, I really feel for the Kiwi bowlers there. They had absolutely no answer to the onslaught here. Dear fans, very happy to connect with you all here, talking about this cricket. As I said, it has been a hiatus for me as far as cricket is concerned. I've stopped my cricket show, and now I've revived my cricket show just for a moment here. Also, on the same note, I would also like to talk about the BBL, the Big Bash League that happened in Australia. Today was a final between Perth Scorchers and Sydney Sixers. The Perth Scorchers and Sydney Sixers. The Sydney Sixers, we all know, have been making the news headlines, especially considering that Stephen Smith has been in some prolific form. I mean, he has been showing what a strike rate he can maintain. And today also he made 24 of 13, through fours and one six. And this game was played in front of the home crowd, and it could not have been much joy, any more joy than what happened, because the Perth Scorchers were playing at their home ground in front of their home audiences. And what a match! I mean, they went on to win the BBL, the Big Bash League tournament, with David Payne bowling superbly. And Sydney Sixers were the ones who batted first, and they definitely did not put a good score on the board. They were bowled out for 132 with Stephen Smith 24. Babar Azam, as you know, has always been in the news for Sydney Sixers in this week, because we know what happened, where the single was Stephen Smith decided to take it all upon himself, and this became a bit of a topic there, with Babar Azam not happy with what happened, and then Mark Waugh also making a statement saying that he needs the big guns to fire, and an immediate. He was talking about that, but in the meanwhile, Babar Azam left for Pakistan. And the good news is that Babar Azam was named for the T20 World Cup, the Pakistan ranks, but Haris Rauf has been left out. Now, talking about Stephen Smith, we all know he has been a sort of a different bloke in this BBL. Moises Henriquez, the captain, made 24. Josh Philippi made 24. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about. And David Payne, if you look at it, Jai Richardson and Mali Beardman, Mali Beardman's battles with Stephen Smith has been the story as far as Sydney Sixers and Perth Scorchers were concerned in the previous matches. Jai Richardson is coming into some good form. He's hitting some good form. 4 overs no made in 332. And all these bowlers actually bowled at 140 clicks. Mali Beardman and Jai Richardson. And David Payne was the only man, the Gloucestershire bowler, who could actually take pace of the ball, and he did a fine job. 4 overs, 3 for 18, and he was the man of the match in this BBL tournament, in this Big Bash League finals. Aaron Hardy also did well, but it was Perth Scorchers who gave some immense joy to their home fans here at the ground in Perth here at the Optus Stadium, where Perth Scorchers made 133 for 4, and this was all thanks to some really sort of a punishing opening partnership from Finn Allen, who has been a real six-hitting bloke for the Perth Scorchers. Finn Allen making 36 of 22, 40 of with 4 fours and 1 6, and Mitchell Marsh caning 44 of 43, 4 fours and 2 sixes. And these two have been a sort of a real strong forces in this Perth Scorchers team. And then Aaron Hardy failed with the bat, and then and it was finally Josh English hit a 6 and completed the match. And even though we had Sean Abbott, Mitchell Stark into the team, and Ben Dwarcius, it made absolutely no difference. At Perth Scorchers, as I said, gave immense joy to their fans here at the Optus Stadium in Perth. Now, talking about another finals that happened, the South African T20 League finals was also played, and that also came to an end today. And that game was between Pretoria Capitals versus Sunrisers Eastern Cape, and Sunrisers Eastern Cape were the winners by 6 wickets. Pretoria Capitals 158 for 7. Can you believe it? Devol Brevis, this young bloke who is a really talented batsman with playing those really what one calls in cricket no-look strokes. What a knock from him! Out of 158 for 7 in 20 overs, even though it was not a good score, 158. Just can you just have a can you just even believe it? Devol Brevis scored 101 runs of 56 deliveries with 8 fours and 7 sixes embedded in it, and that was the sort of hitting that Devol Brevis was into. And then Sherfane Rutherford, who has been a key member of this Pretoria Capitals team, contributed 17. But it was an absolute shame that even after Devol Brevis slammed that 101 runs in a total, which was not definitely one could call, but also if you look at the attack, it was a decent attack of Marco Hansen, Luther Sipamla. Marco Hansen did a fine job. 4 overs, 1 made in 3 for 10 is bowling analysis. Nokia also did a fairly good job. 4 overs, 1 for 19. Sipamla went for 37 of his 4. Coles was costly. Muthuswamy, none for 33. But Sunrisers Eastern Cape went on to a 6-wicket victory there, with Matthew Bretschke taking up the mantle of the scoring. 68 of 49 deliveries. It included 5 fours and 2 sixes. And then, what a way for Tristan Stubbs to celebrate his entry into the T20 World Cup team for South Africa, as he went on to make an unbeaten 63 in a winning effort there of 41 deliveries, 2 fours and 4 sixes. Game over, and Sunrisers Eastern Cape were the winners of the South African T20 finals here, taking the T20 tournament. And definitely, that is a great feeling. Well, dear fans, it was just your host Ram coming up and connecting with you all fans after quite a long time. I won't be doing this regularly, but as and when I find some time, I'll just pop up on the screen here. But hope you all enjoyed my broadcast here, and look forward to having more and more broadcasts in the future, which I'm really positive about. Till such time, I see you blokes. it's all over from here. Thank you.